All right, we are live on YouTube. I am just waiting on the video to connect on my other screen so that I can grab that link and put it in our group so that our community can get on the YouTube live conveniently and join us in the YouTube chat. Okay, let me grab that link, copy and paste. All right, great. Let me make sure I can see our live chat. And just like that, I can see it. I can see it. All right. Speaking of groups, if you are an entrepreneur that is spinning their wheels and struggling to get to your first six figures in business, then this morning show is just for you. But if you want to be in studio for this show and have the opportunity to take advantage of the hot seat to get your individual obstacles addressed, just like Shawana, the hater, Cheryl, Dr. Latoya, Kimberly, Dr. Tachi, Dr. LaFera, and Dawana are in studio. You need to be a part of our group. And that is just one of the ways you can take advantage of the value given by our group. So go to shaycannon.info/group to join us. We come together as a free business mastermind, giving more value than most paid masterminds. We have three pillars to make sure that you get this value. Number one, we come together and build a community with events like the virtual happy hour last week and our movie club night happening this week. Number two, we are intentional about collaborating to make each other's businesses better and to make money together. Number three, we have conversations that are transformational for your business growth, like free trainings and this morning show. So you need to join us in the group, shaycannon.info/group. All right, let's get started. Welcome to your first six figures morning show. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/missed. MISSED. Because what we're talking about this week is identifying missed business growth opportunities for entrepreneurs. All right. Now, let me tell you how this download came because I keep telling y'all I'm a vessel. I'm a vessel. I get these messages about what you need and I pass them on. Okay. We've been working on holiday sales, and Black Friday is about to happen next week, and then Christmas month is next month, right? So we've been thinking a lot about the holidays, but I want you to think about more than just the holidays. So what came to me is there are so many missed opportunities that you have for growth in your business, not just the holidays coming up, okay? So if you want to end the year strong, here are some missed opportunities you need to look at so that we can try to close in the gap of that missed opportunity and leverage it, okay? So for business growth, both a goal and growth. I can't even talk. See, Shawana, you got me rattled with your haterism. Okay, so for business, growth is both a goal and a necessity, but amidst the daily grind of servicing your clients and managing the business, many entrepreneurs overlook key opportunities that could propel your business forward. These missed opportunities do not only represent lost revenue, they can also hinder long-term sustainability and stop a business from reaching its full potential for success. So for a thriving business, it takes going beyond solely working hard and get into the depths of strategic decisions, continuous improvement, and leveraging alignment for growth. Okay, that's what we're talking about this week. Some missed opportunities. So I picked four categories that I felt like you need to be looking at before the year ends to kind of close that gap in on your growth. The first section is development, okay? Development. The most successful entrepreneurs are those who embrace the mindset of a forever student, okay? Continuous learning is not just an option. It's a necessity for staying competitive. By seeking knowledge, entrepreneurs can identify and reinforce weak areas, turning potential vulnerabilities into strengths. At the same time, doubling down on what you know, double down on your expertise while staying informed with industry trends, that ensures that you remain relevant and ahead of the curve. This commitment to personal and professional development fuels a few things: innovation, it enhances decision making to be in your favor, by the way, and it positions your business to adapt to changing markets with confidence. A business led by a learner is a business positioned for growth. Okay, so that's what's in the blog, right? You have to understand that, the story that comes to mind for me is my oldest granddaughter. Very smart. She was always very, very smart, but she also talked a lot. Okay, but she really valued being smart and being called smart. And the way I got her to stop talking so much in class was I explained to her, right now, you know a lot and you're ahead of your class. But if you keep talking, and which is going to interrupt you learning, they're going to surpass you. Okay. So I give you that story because some of you are excellent at what you do. But just because you're excellent at what you do does not mean you stop learning, because your information is going to be outdated and obsolete at some point. So if you're not keeping your pulse on what's going on in your industry, what's going on in other industries that can impact you, you will fall behind. So you need to be a forever learner on the things that you don't know and even on the things that you know. Okay, so be a forever learner. Now, that's what's in the blog. In the morning show, we give you more. So I'm about to go to these show notes. But first, if you don't know who I am, I'm your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6- and 7-figure CEOs, living my best life just 3 blocks from the beach in Mexico. Okay. I use my superpowers to create a foundation of business growth to position online service-based businesses like you to generate your first 6 figures to fund your lifestyle of freedom, even if you don't have a team. All right. So let's get into these strategies. How many do I have? I have 15, y'all. 15 actionable strategies for you to stay a forever learner, for you to have development that you can leverage for your business success. Okay. And I tried to pick some areas some that some that you may not be thinking about, because this is all about missed opportunity. So I want you to rein in these missed opportunities and let me know. We'll start with Dewana when we get with the round robin. Let me know at least 2 of these strategies that you need to implement to close in that gap of development so that you're a forever learner and you're leveraging it to have the best ending to 2024. Okay. So, number 1, attend industry events. Now, you don't have to attend every industry event. You don't have to attend one every month, but you need to attend some throughout a 12-month period. Okay. So pick out the best ones and attend them, because what that's going to allow you to do is network and stay updated on the trends, right? It's usually not until you go to these events that you kind of find out what people are doing that you had no idea about, and you wouldn't know unless you went to that event. Okay. So we do need to go to some industry events. All right. Number 2, investing in education, continuous learning, new skills or certifications to enhance your service offerings. Let me tell y'all something about that damn Dr. Latoya Davis. That thing now is so educated. She is edumacated. Do you hear me? Not only does she have a PhD, but when I asked her what her unique selling propositions were that helped her to stand out as a personal brand, y'all would not believe the number of certifications she listed. Okay. So that only enhances what she's able to give her clients. That only enhances the opportunities she can create for her business. So invest in education. All right. Number 3, seeking mentorship or coaching. So you gain insights and guidance from more experienced entrepreneurs. Now, that doesn't mean you just go out here and find anybody. That means you establish what do you need in your business, and you go find the person that already knows how to get you where you want to go. Okay. Yes, I am a coach, but I'm not everybody's coach. Okay. I'm not for everybody, and I don't want to be. So you need to find the right coach for you, for what is missing in your business, for what you're trying to leverage in your business. Find that coach. Okay. Number 4, actively benchmarking competitors, right? So you need to stay informed about what competitors are doing, what their offerings are, what strategies they're using, how they're using their content, all the things. Okay. But I'll also say you need to be benchmarking yourself. So you benchmark where these people are and where they are the next time you look and where they are the next time you look. But also you need to be benchmarking yourself. Where am I now? Where am I in a month? Where am I in a quarter? Where am I in a year? Okay. Number 5, you need to be developing emotional intelligence. I cannot tell you how many entrepreneurs that I work with that think that because they own the business, they can do whatever they want. They can treat clients however they want. They can treat the team however they want. They even over there treating their family however they want. Okay. Let me tell you how developing emotional intelligence is going to improve your interpersonal skills. That's going to enhance your client relationships, your team collaboration, and even the relationships in your life, your personal life, right? The one thing I see a lot of entrepreneurs do, even when you do get a team, is you have this my way or the highway mentality, and that's going to make you lose out on a lot of good talent. Number one, it's going to make them only give you what they got to give you, only what you're paying them for, the least they can get away with. Okay. And number two, you're missing out on the innovation they could be bringing to your business. This is why we hire talent. Okay. So that we can leverage their talent. If you're only hiring doers that have no talent, that's your problem. That's your fault. That's probably you being cheap. But if you're hiring somebody, even if they are a doer and they show signs of genius, you need to be able to leverage that genius to reposition your business. But you cannot do that if you have a my way or the highway mentality. Okay. So develop your emotional intelligence. It's going to help you in a lot of stuff. Number 6, practicing public speaking. Even if you don't want to be a speaker, like we did a whole week on public speaking, even if you don't want to like speak often, you need to be able to speak sometime. Okay. At some point, you're going to be highlighted as the owner of a business, and you need to be able to communicate your messaging, communicate the value that you have and that your business have. So we want to practice our public speaking. It's going to build your confidence. It's going to build your credibility, and it will allow you, as you get more comfortable, to do way more things in your business. Okay. So again, even if you're not trying to just be a public speaker, like I told you guys, my goal is to be on 48 podcasts in 2025. That's almost a podcast a week, right? Except for my holiday weeks. You don't have to be that ambitious with the public speaking, but you do need to be ready to speak publicly on behalf of yourself and your business. All right. So practice. Number 7, time management training. Now, people that's in my paid membership know I don't call it time management, right? I call it managing yourself within the time that you have, because you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself. But we just going to keep calling it time management because that's what y'all know it as. So you need to learn advanced techniques to maximize productivity and focus. This is why I created the quarterly CEO productivity membership, because what I understand is I can give you all the strategies. You can listen to the morning show, every live show, but if you don't make the time to have action for these strategies, it does not matter everything that you know. Okay. So you have to learn how to manage yourself within the time that you have, with the focus of achieving goals. Okay. With the focus of achieving goals. All right. Experimenting with leadership styles. You may not have a team right now, but if you are a service provider, you still have to lead clients. There is not a service provider that I know that don't have to lead clients to get what you need from them so that you can do what you're supposed to do. It takes leadership, right? To help them to understand what their part is in it, it takes leadership. Okay. So you need to experiment with leadership styles even when you don't have a team, even when you don't have an in-house team and you're dealing with vendors and other service providers. You need to know how to lead. So identifying and refining leadership approaches so that it can resonate with your team when you get one, and so that it resonates with your client, because you are the expert and you are leading. Okay. Number 9, volunteering for leadership roles. See, some of y'all scared to grow your team. And so you're like, when am I going to really have the opportunity to lead a team? Well, you can volunteer for leadership roles. So taking on roles in professional organizations, taking on roles inside of other group coaching, things like that. That's going to give you the opportunity to not only be visible as an expert, but trying your hand at leadership over a team before you even get your own team. Okay. So you can definitely volunteer for leadership roles. I love volunteering for leadership roles so I can get inside of a business and see what they're doing that I might not be doing. Right. And I do this for businesses that are larger than mine and my clients. so that I can see like what technology are y'all using, right? What kind of way are y'all building community and culture for your team? What kind of way? How are you hiring? How are you keeping these people? All of these things. So if you volunteer in a business that is different from yours, on a different level than yours, then you can definitely pull in some leadership qualities that you can then impart to your own team. Number 10, building resilience, okay? Building resilience. You have to cultivate the ability to recover quickly from setbacks and be able to maintain your momentum, all right? It is all right to feel how you feel. Entrepreneurship can be hard. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to lay in the bed one Saturday. But what I need you to understand is the world moves on. Your industry is going to move on. Your clients will move on. So you're going to have to build some resilience so that not just so that you can not be human. I want you to be human. Feel what you feel. Take a break. Take a break. I don't like what's happening. All the things. But you need to recover quickly so that you can maintain your momentum, because momentum is what pushes you forward. And if you're not moving forward, you're standing still and the world is passing you by. Okay. So you need to build resilience. Number 11, understanding financial literacy. Now, y'all have heard me say, and I'm not going to say it in 2025. This is going to be my last. I'm trying to make this my last time saying, but when it comes to finances, I am not the financial guru. I am not the expert. I spend money like a stripper. I make the money, I spend the money. I make the money, I spend the money. However, I have committed myself to understanding more financial specific things. You need to learn how to read your financial statements, how to manage cash flow, how to make informed investment decisions. And when I say investments, I'm not just talking about stocks and bonds. I'm talking about investments in yourself and investments in your business. Okay. So we need to be more fiscally responsible. We need to be more knowledgeable, because we are the head of our business and we are our first CFO. Chief Financial Officer. So we have to pull in these nuggets of knowledge, because if not, we're missing opportunities, right? A lot of you right now are wondering how you can president-proof your business, and some of that is going to come with having financial knowledge. So get that. Number 12, enhancing negotiation skills, all right? Mastering the art of negotiation to secure better deals, better partnerships, and better contracts. I follow this guy. His name is Chris Voss, V-O-S-S. He is a master negotiator. I think he used to work for the FBI. He teaches techniques to negotiate all the time. You can find him on YouTube. He's written a book, all kind of things. But if we can master negotiation, it basically is a superpower you can have to make sure you're getting the most value out of all of your interactions. Okay, it's going to help you with sales. It's going to help you when you're convincing people to do things with you, even just making it a win-win. It's just making sure you're getting all you can get out of all the opportunities that you have. All right. Number 13, learning data analysis. We have to leverage tools and techniques to make data-driven business decisions. This is definitely making us miss out on growth opportunities. Some of you don't know that something is not working until you've been working that thing the wrong way for months. And why is that? Because you're not analyzing the data. You don't know where to go find the data. You don't know how to read the data. You don't know how to leverage the data to make a better decision. We need to start learning data analysis, because there are way too many missed opportunities. Also, there's also too much waste. You've wasted too much time, you've wasted too much money, and you've wasted too many opportunities because you're not looking at the data and making real-time decisions based on the data. All right. Number 14, exploring innovative business models. Don't be scared to try new stuff, y'all. But I need y'all to stop having this mindset that when you try something new, that means you put the old thing away. No, you try something, you have your thing and you try new things in increments on different levels. And then when you see it's working, then maybe you invest more in it, right? That might be going back to that data is going to help you to make that decision. But experiment with things like subscription-based services if you don't have one, some pay-as-you-go models. Some of y'all are taking full payment, and there are people that want to work with you, but because you don't know how to split your service up in phases and charge by the phase, it's hard for people to work with you because they don't have it all at one time. But they will have it as you go along in the project. So pay-as-you-go models. Some of you need to even have some type of freemium option so that people can kind of taste a transformation with you before they go spending big bucks. So innovative business models. Let's try new things. Okay. Last but not least, engaging in peer reviews. Let me tell you how paid masterminds are not the only kind of mastermind you can be in. I have a mastermind that meets at 10 a.m. Eastern time and have been doing so for 7 years. And nobody's getting paid. We're all lateral. We're just in different industries and we help each other. We all are geniuses in our own right. And we're always bouncing off ideas, bouncing off obstacles, asking for resources, asking to be connected. You need to be doing more peer reviews. Find your peers. Okay. That's why we're building a community so that you have peers in this community so that you can start offering feedback and receiving feedback from your fellow entrepreneurs. Okay. This is going to help you to refine your strategies. It's going to help you to refine your offerings. It's also going to help you to say, hey, remember when Shay taught us so-and-so, what did she say about this? What do you remember? How did you apply what she said about that? Okay. That has a value. So engaging in peer reviews. Now we're about to do our round robin. We're going to start with Dewana, but let me give you all 15 of these development gaps that you need to be filling. Okay. Give it to you without all the detail. Number 1, attending industry events. Number 2, investing in education. Number 3, seeking coaching and mentorship. Number 4, actively benchmarking competitors. I also said benchmarking yourself. Number 5, developing emotional intelligence. Number 6, practicing public speaking. Number 7, time management training. Number 8, experimenting with leadership styles. Number 9, volunteering for leadership roles. Number 10, building resilience. Number 11, understanding financial literacy. Number 12, enhancing negotiation skills. Number 13, learning data analysis. Number 14, exploring innovative business models. Last but not least, number 15, engaging in peer reviews. Dewana, which one of these do you know you need to get started with, and which one may you have a little trouble with that we could help you with?
Good morning. Good morning. That was a really hearty list, and I actually wrote down several, but the two that stood out to me the most, attend more industry events, and manage myself in time. You and we've been talking about that for a year anyway. So, but I'm going to just say that I jotted down, invest more in education, build resilience, practice public speaking, and build financial literacy as well. But the attending more industry events is the one that I need to do more. And the one that I'm always having a challenge with is managing myself in time.
Gotcha. Well, we already have a solution for you for that time. You need to be in this membership. However, I would say even if you just took note, just start being cognizant of where most of your time goes. That can be helpful in and of itself. Before you even learn any strategies, look at where all your time goes. I'm going to tell you, I have this thing to where I ask people what their priorities are. And they'll tell me what sounds good, what they wish was true, what society might think you should be doing. But then when I ask them where they spend their time and their money, it doesn't equal out, right? You want to know what your real priority is. It's where you spend your time and where you spend your money. So if you look at where you're spending your time, okay, then you can see how you might be out of goal, right, of what you want to be doing. So I'll say start there, Dewana, until you can jump into this paid mastermind for your time management. All right.
Amen.
Okay, let us go to Dr. LaFera. Which strategy for development do you need to apply to stop missed opportunities, and which may give you a little trouble so we can solve it?
I'll say that the one probably the most that I have been thinking about is attending industry events. And then the second one is exploring different business models, because that's where I spend most of my time, is trying to figure out like how to make myself stand apart. So when I really do start like pushing content and all of that, like towards the offer, like I don't have to stop. I don't have to really regroup. So yeah. So those two are like my biggest two.
Those are your biggest opportunities that you're going to take. Which one did you have problems with?
Probably the exploring the different business models. Like to make myself set apart, because that's where I spend most of my time. Like when you said that to Dewana, like, where do you spend most of your time? Like for me, that's it. Like I'm always like researching other people, like seeing what they do, like now, like, you know, even with your workshops, like going back, like, okay, how can I make myself different? But still similar enough to where I attract like similar people to like the people that I'm following. So for me, that would be the part where I need the most improvement, I guess, so I can speed this process up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I love about one of your differentiations is the patient advocacy focus. Like even if you're not doing it as a one-on-one thing with clients, you can bring up patient advocacy facts and strategies and things to remember as a part of all of your programs. Because I think that that patient advocacy from a medical doctor is a way different viewpoint. People, you know, we have doctors that give you tips on your health and all of that, but they don't help you to
Navigate
be
the system.
informed enough to be your own advocate of who you are and what you're experiencing when you go into these medical environments where you assume they know more than you. So I think that that is a huge differentiator for you, and you need to bring it to almost every aspect, even though that's not the core offering. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. It should get their attention, because a lot of people do struggle with that, like even me, because I was in the hospital yesterday.
Yeah.
And had to
So
say,
like,
nah, I don't want this procedure.
but even when you're giving, because what we know is, you know, like your juicing and all of that is about, you know, the natural pharmacy,
Yeah.
FARMACY, right? The
Mm-hmm.
food is the original medicine. When you're telling them what food is the medicine, you can also tell them how would those signs look like when they go to the doctor. What might be the labs that they order? What also could be a misdiagnosis for something? Like if you add that in there with
Mm-hmm.
juice, see, that makes you the doctor, the
I'm the
medical doctor
gatekeeper.
with
I'm
it.
like, I'm getting rid of all the the secrets and stuff that they need to
Yeah,
know.
exactly. And so that's going to make you stand out from somebody like a JJ with the green juice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're
Yeah,
not a
JJ with
medical
the green
doctor.
juice.
So
Yeah.
you're if you can enforce and really highlight the medical part of it and bring in that advocacy, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's going to help you to stand out.
Okay. Thank you, Shay.
No problem. Dr. Tachi, which strategy for development do you need to apply to stop missed opportunities, and which may give you a little trouble so we can solve it?
So the innovative business models.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if it will give a little trouble. It's just something that I need to do the data.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll tell you, for most of us, we know where to go get the data. We know what to look for, and we even may have more of a clue of how to use that data to make a better decision. The top thing is you need to make that a part of your routine to look at it, right? And even I am bad about routinely doing it, but before I have to make a big decision, I always go back and look at what it's been for a while. So even though I might not have looked at it weekly or monthly, when I'm making quarterly decisions, I go back and look and see what was it weekly, what was it monthly. It would have been easier had I been capturing that data. I just could have went to one place. But I think if you can make it a part of the routine and decide what data are you going to look at when, that's a good place to start, Dr. Tachi. Because for most of us, we kind of know what to do. We're just not making time to do it. So therefore, nothing's getting done. So I say start there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kimberly, Meet Two Naturals. I think you're at the Dream Funder, so please put your answer to the question in the studio chat. We're going to go to Dr. Latoya. Which strategy for development do you need to apply to stop missed opportunities, and which may give you a little trouble so we can solve for it?
Yeah, I think time management, or managing myself better in time is
Okay.
one that I need to just be a little more cognizant about. Um, and I'm thinking, I've been trying to think which one would give the trouble. But now I forgot. It was earlier in the list. Let me see if I can pull it up. It wasn't
Uh,
industry thing. It wasn't going to the industry. Benchmarks.
Benchmarks. Okay.
Yeah, I think. And why I say it gives me trouble is because I can have shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so looking at so many like other people's things and data, and like it can easily kind of push me off of my square. So
Yeah.
being focused and not allowing myself to get, deterred.
Cool. I will say what you can do is use I think I found out the name of it is the Parkinson's method, but I call it the container method, which is if you give yourself a container for that, then you'll only take up the space of the container to do it. If you don't give yourself a container, that's when you spend more time doing it than you think you do, right? So what I understand about myself is I can get hyper focused on stuff and I can look up and hours have passed. So I have to give myself a container. So I'll say, okay, I'm gonna spend an hour looking at these competitors, and then I'm gonna leave some for the next time, but I'm gonna put a pin in it so I know where to pick it up the next time. And then I might even, as a step two, go ahead and put on my calendar the next time I'm gonna come back and complete it. Is that helpful at all?
Yes.
Cool beans. Kimberly says she needs to attend more industry events. She says she has a bad habit of shiny object things, but need things she buying them, but she need them for a business. Plus, you almost never use them. She said, I never, not you. Yeah, Kimberly, yeah, stop buying stuff until you're ready to use it, is what I'll say. Stop buying the just in case stuff. That's what makes most of y'all tech hoarders. You bought all this tech, you paying for it per month, therefore your cash flow is affected. Yeah, cut it out. So even for your attention, be careful of the time allowance of when you are paying attention to stuff for too long. That is something that is not going to be transformational. Give that thing a container. All right, let's go to Cheryl. Cheryl, which strategy for development do you need to apply to stop missed opportunities, and which may give you a little trouble so we can solve for it?
Um, I've been experimenting with, and I guess this is what I'll continue to do with different business models, because with different businesses that I have, they're not all cookie cutter business models. So that has been an adventure, definitely. But you can almost instantly see the results. I mean, within days, just by changing the business model, you can see, whoa, this one hit, and the other one, not so much. The other thing is continuing, as you say, managing myself in time. It needs to be fluid. It's not static, because it can change um, from quarter to quarter. It can change for maybe some weeks within the quarter. So this is what I'm paying attention to is what kind of week am I having? What kind of week will I have? Because I, do the planning ahead and then look to see what's the best time management routine and take it from there.
I love that. Let me ask you a question. How has the paid membership helped you with your time management so far?
One of the things, believe it or not, that I didn't necessarily think about was that watching everybody else deal with managing themselves.
Mhm.
They do what's humanly possible. They don't try to set unrealistic goals. I also get to see different uh, um, time management designs. The planner designs and things like that.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I'm creating a planner for writers and then one for business people that incorporates life, not just the business thing. And I learned from you that that master, just one calendar for everything.
Mhm.
Well, that works as a master calendar, but I still have to break it down into others. And so my thing is, how can I have it a calendar that has what I needed to have and actually works, not something that I set up with cute little stickers or whatever. I'm not the sticker person. And then it's blank. It's beautiful, but blank. And so that tells me that's not something I want to do. Let it go. Find what works. So the management, the management, the paid mastermind is invaluable in ways that I just didn't even consider. As you go along, the staying in contact with people, you do that nonstop. I mean, we might put in there, oops, and you'll go, what's wrong? Within seconds. And it's like, that's the kind of contact I need to keep with my peers as well as my clients. So I could go on and on about this, but you'll see it in the book. I'll dedicate it to you.
I take all
But
dedication.
thank
I
you.
appreciate you. All right, let's go to Shawana Kennedy Media. Which strategy for development do you need to apply to stop missed opportunities, and which may give you a little trouble so we can solve for it?
Well, honestly, looking at the business models, really thinking about that, because I know what I'm believing will be the longer goal for Kennedy Media. And then just always, of course, learning the financial, certain things with literacy, to just be more, to see other ways in which I can make the most out of my monies and how it's being spent and where it's going, so that I can keep a better eye, even though I do have, an accountant, a CPA. It's still just so that I can be more mindful of how things are moving. I know you've talked in times past how you have several accounts and how things are broken up the way you do what you do. So I do keep those things in mind. It's just being better at it. Because it's not that I feel that I'm losing anything. I just know that I could potentially tighten up some stuff. And so though that is always at the, forefront of my mind, but really that business model, checking out others that may even be similar to mine. Yeah, and doing some stuff, like I said, website related, that all of this still makes sense, even with the business model. I think to me, your website and stuff like that reflects that. So yeah.
All right, loving it, loving it. All right, over here on the YouTube side, we got Glow. And Glow said hello to you ladies. And then she said, I've been trying to volunteer for leadership roles, like wanting to be host at events. I put myself out there. Oh, that's good. Also attending more events, learning data analysis. So Glow, what I'll say with the data analysis is, first, make sure you understand what data you need to be keeping. Then understand the different places you can go find that data, because almost every tech we use has some type of analytics in it. So let's start there, even though you may need more than that eventually, but start with what your tech is giving you. And then I will say, make time to go over it so that you can start making decisions based on what the data is showing you. Now, in simplicity, the data is either going to show you to keep doing something or stop doing something. Okay. If it's telling you to stop doing something, then it's time to start experimenting with new things. If it's telling you to keep doing something, then now is the time to give that something more market share of time and budget. Okay. So those are basically the basics of learning data analysis. So hopefully that was helpful for you. All right, guys. So any questions about identifying missed business growth opportunities in the area of development? I'm going to go to the announcement so you start thinking, do you have any questions? The first announcement is, again, this week is going to be one where you need to show notes. So there's only two ways to get it. Number one, be in the group, shakehannon.info/group. The show notes live in the files section. Number two, you can get the whole entire morning show in your inbox by signing up. And you get a reminder to hop on the YouTube live in the morning. And in the afternoon, you get an email with 2 links, one of the replay and one with the show notes. Go to shaycannon.com/show. All right. Wednesday is day 2 of our holiday 911 business clinic. This was a free event and it still is free. Day 2 is free. However, if you were not present for day 1, day 2 is going to make no sense to you. And the only way to get the replay is if you get the success kit, because the success kit has replays and it's going to have tools that's going to help you to execute some of the strategies. Okay. So you can go to shaycannon.com/holiday, sign up for the free event so that you can get email reminders, but also get the success kit if you were not present for day 1. All right. Thursday is movie club night. This month, I've chosen a Netflix documentary for you. It doesn't even come out until Wednesday, okay? So it's called Buy Now, The Shopping Conspiracy. It is going to tell you how advertising is pushing people to buy. I think that this is just in time for the holiday season. That's why I went ahead and picked it. I feel like this is an opportunity. I'm going to post the trailer in the group today. So if you want details on the movie club night happening Thursday, then you need to be in the club to get those in the group to get the details. shaycannon.info/group. Next week, we are out for the holidays and we will return on Monday, December the 2nd. So this is our last week before the holiday. We will have a holiday rewind of the morning show for that week. So we will not be live, but I will be releasing a rewind of one of the best weeks. All right. Now, anybody have any questions about identifying missed growth opportunities in the area of development? Anybody have any questions before we get out of here? Yes.
Shay, this is Cheryl. I have a comment.
Okay.
Believe it or not, 2 of the best authors that I found on financial literacy are Donald Trump's books, especially The Art of the Deal, and James Altucher. If you're German, it's Altucher. But these 2 are on there, and if you belong to Kindle Unlimited, Altucher's books you can actually read for free. But they are absolutely incredible. And as a matter of fact, the whole series works through choosing you, choosing wealth, choosing, whatever. The third person is Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Go beyond the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book to the rest of them. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you for that. Anybody else got any books or gurus to follow for financial stuff or any of the stuff that we talked about today that you want to share? Any value adds at all? All right. Well, thank you for that, Cheryl. You guys have a great day. Tomorrow we are going to talk about automation, how you're having missed growth opportunities when you're not all in with automation. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2,